If women knew that respect is one of the key success factors to a happy marriage, they would behave differently and treat their husbands better. Russell was contemplating divorce. All he ever wanted was respect, love, and appreciation. He was not experiencing any of these elements in his marriage. After the loss of their baby, Russell and Ayame's relationship was shattered. Ayame was struggling to cope with grief and would let it out on Russell. He suffered emotional damage both at work and at home. The vibrant woman Russell fell in love with had turned into a monster, replaced by a stranger he barely recognized. Ayame would shout at him and humiliate him in front of his colleagues. The respect and love that once defined their relationship seemed to vanish, replaced by coldness and resentment. Russell endured this humiliation for 3 years, until today he was going to issue Ayame with divorce papers. The previous week, Russell had already told his family that he was getting divorced, so they would not be shocked if the story came out in the news. Russell's parents were disappointed. They would never encourage divorce. His father had tried to persuade him, telling him that marriage is not always a bed of roses. It has moments of love, fights, and loneliness. All he needed to do was tell Ayame how he felt before coming to such a conclusion. His parents had said, unless his wife was cheating on him, they would never support divorce. Russell told them he was just giving them a heads up and was not asking for their permission. His mother secretly vowed to ensure that their marriage worked. She was not going to sit and watch her son's marriage collapse. They would become the talk of the village. What would the ladies from church say? In the evening, Russell knocked at Ayame's bedroom door, and just as he opened the door, Ayame was crying. She looked up with red eyes and tears rolling down her cheeks. Russell panicked and asked her what was going on. He had never seen Ayame in such a vulnerable state in a long time. Whatever the problem was, it was definitely a big one. Ayame cried, "Russell," and stood up, hugging him and crying like a little child. Russell, now panicking, quickly put his divorce papers in his jacket and comforted Ayame. When Ayame had calmed down, she said, "I am going to die. I only have 3 months left." She narrated how recently she had been experiencing memory loss, headaches, loss of balance, and seizures. She would forget what she was doing. She had gone to the hospital, and the doctor had told her she had a tumor in her brain, which could not be removed by surgery. The doctor told her she had a maximum of 3 months to live. Russell froze in shock, experiencing mixed feelings. He did not know whether to jump with joy or empathize with Ayame. Russell told her how sorry he was that she was going through such a painful experience. To show that he was willing to help, Russell offered to take her to another doctor for a second opinion. The results still came out the same. Russell told her he would look for hospitals abroad in countries like Germany and the United States of America and see if there were doctors who could heal her. Ayame, knowing how she had been treating Russell, was unsure whether Russell genuinely wanted to help, or was happy inside that the person who was giving him so much pain was dying. One day, Russell's friend Tim, whom he had asked to represent him during his divorce, called to say he was accepting the request. Initially, he had said no because going up against such a powerful family meant putting his career at risk. For friendship's sake, he had decided to agree to represent him. They met up to discuss the issue, and Russell told Tim that he was not going to divorce his wife. It would damage his image unnecessarily. He explained how the heavens were cooperating with him, helping him leave the family without causing damage. He told him how his wife was dying and had 3 months to live. The two gentlemen could not hide their joy. Though it sounded unnatural to celebrate when someone was suffering, they were happy that Russell would soon be free and live his life the way he wanted. Then Tim thought of an idea and asked if Russell knew why God had blessed him with 3 months to be by his wife's side. Tim told him that 3 months was a long time to convince his wife that Russell truly loved her. His friend was hoping that if Russell started being nice, loving, and caring to his wife, he would not only be free after 3 months, but would also be left with a huge inheritance. Ayame would give him all her shares and properties that she owned. Russell, though happy just being free, was persuaded by Tim's idea. If he could be both rich and free, he would grab that opportunity. Go and love that woman with all your might, his friend said. Come back and thank me later. Look out for Queen of Tears Part 3 for more twists and turns to the story. Follow, like, and share, for I am posting exciting stories like these every day.